What's going on? I'd like to welcome you to Water Your Soil. So this is a special video. This video is going to be about how to increase your credit score while in college. So if you're someone that's between that 18 and 24-year-old range and you're in school, you want to watch this video because a lot of people don't really focus on credit when they're in that age range and while they're in college. However, that's the perfect time to start building up and increasing your credit score. So we're gonna get right into it, all right? Let's go. So let's touch on a couple of things first. On my channel, I check my analytics. I like to go over my analytics and check my analytics because, you know, my channel still is a new channel. I didn't start posting until February of 2021. So I like to keep track of my analytics, and the age group that I get the least amount of views from is the 18 to 24 age group. And you know, my channel Water Your Soil is mostly about credit cards, unboxings, reviews, airport lounge reviews, and things of that nature. I don't get as many views as I would like to get in that 18 to 24 years old range, and I kind of know why I don't. If you look at credit scores, people are generally not, you know, concerned or overly concerned with credit scores in that age range. Most people around that age range, 18 to 24, they're in college and they're focused on, you know, school and just trying to figure themselves out. And I was there once, so I understand. However, if you are in that 18 to 24 age range, or if you're someone who is older and you are in school, you know, this is the perfect time for you to work on your credit score. So that 18 to 24 range, that's the perfect time to start working on your credit, building it up, and then maintaining it. Because as I stated, a lot of people in that age range don't really have a lot of debt other than student loan debt. Now, if you're someone like me, when I was in that age range going to college, I was told not to get a credit card. And I understand why I was told not to get a credit card. You know, a lot of people fear credit cards because they believe credit cards will get you in credit card debt. And you don't want to be a young adult starting off already and having a lot of credit card debt. So that's understandable. I'm sure a lot of people have made that mistake as far as getting credit cards while young and not knowing much about financial literacy and credit cards and things of that nature. And they ended up getting themselves in debt because they went and got a credit card or two or three and just start spending and didn't know how to manage the credit card nor pay the credit card on time and avoid being late with the credit card payments. I'm sure you're here and you checked out this video out of curiosity, and you're probably wondering, how can you increase your credit score while you're in school? And I'm letting you know right now, this is all case by case. So it depends on where you currently are in your credit journey. Everyone who's an adult is gonna have some type of credit journey. Either you're gonna be someone with no credit, low credit, bad credit, fair credit, poor credit, or, you know, good or excellent credit. You're gonna fall in one of those categories. And in my opinion, if you are in school, you want to start setting yourself up for when you're not in school. And that's making sure your credit score is together and in good or excellent standing when you're getting ready to graduate college. Because I understand a lot of people, when they do graduate, they're going to go into their career field. They're probably going to be looking to purchase a home or purchase a vehicle or get an apartment or anything similar to that. They'll be looking to do those important post-college things. So one of the first things you want to do when trying to increase your credit score as someone who's in college is you want to go and download your credit report. I always tell people one of the easiest ways to do that is to go to annualcreditreport.com. That's annualcreditreport.com. And if you don't want to go there, I'm sure there are other sites where you could go and download your credit report for free. But annualcreditreport.com lets you download your credit report for free. You need to download all of your credit reports, not just one of them. So that means you want to download a credit report from all three credit bureaus. That's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Once again, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. You want to make sure you download your credit report from all 3 of those credit bureaus. So you went and you downloaded your credit report. What's next? You're going to go over your credit report. So there's a high possibility, with you being as young as you are, especially if you're more closer to 18 than you are to 24, you're probably only seeing, a couple of things on your credit report. I highly doubt that you have a lot of things. However, some people may. There are always outliers. However, if you're close, like I said, if you're closer to that 18 range, I'm sure there's not a lot of things on your credit report. So you want to go over your credit report, make sure there's nothing on there that's incorrect, because if there is something that's incorrect on there, you want to dispute that and get that removed. However, go over your credit reports, each one of them, make sure they all line up. Make sure your student loan accounts are correct on there. If you do have a credit card, make sure your credit card accounts are on there and correct, and the right lender and the right account number, as well as the right credit limit and the right amounts that you pay. Now, once you do that and you go over your credit report, as I said, look for errors. If you don't find any errors, then you want to move on to the next step. The next step is finding out what your credit score is. So it's very important for you to know what your credit score is. You need to keep track of your credit score, your FICO score, not your Credit Karma score, but your FICO score. You need to keep track of your FICO score for each credit bureau. That way you'll be able to track your progress. So you want to make sure that you are tracking your progress, whether you're going forward or backwards when you're trying to increase your credit score. Now, I will tell you, and I will be honest with you and completely transparent, during your credit journey to increase your credit score, there's a high possibility that your score may go backwards and decrease. Just letting you know, there's a possibility. But normally, if you're doing the right things and you're managing your accounts the correct way, it'll be just temporary. It's not always an uphill climb. Sometimes it's a little rocky and up and down. I just have to let you know that and be sure. So once you do that, you're going to decide what you need to do in order to increase your credit score. If your student loans are the issue and you have high student loan debt, you're going to start wanting to cut down on some of that student loan debt. So I know you have classes that you have to worry about and you have to study. If you can get an extra job or a job while on campus, you may want to get a job and start paying down on your student loans and making those payments, chopping down on your student loans. Another thing, because some people are on scholarships and student loans aren't their issue. If student loans aren't your issue, then you may want to consider building up your credit accounts if you don't have any. So let's say you don't have any credit card accounts or loans or anything on your credit. You may want to consider either getting a student credit card. They do have student credit cards with numerous lenders and numerous banks. You either want to go that route or you want to go a secured credit card route. Now, if your credit isn't really in that much of a good standing, you may want to go the secured credit card route. And I have multiple videos on my channel regarding secured credit cards. I started off my credit journey. I had poor credit. I started off with a 569 credit score. Really, it was a 549. And I got a secured credit card. And once I graduated my secured credit card, I was able to work my way up eventually to excellent credit. I started off my credit card journey and my credit journey in general with the Discover It secured credit card. So that's why I always recommend it to people. I think it's an excellent credit card to have. So if you are someone and you don't have a large credit profile because you are young still, you may want to consider getting a secure credit card. I'm going to post some videos at the end of this, and it's going to walk you through how to go about applying for a secure credit card, as well as the purpose of a secure credit card. But anyways, you want to make sure that you are checking to see what areas you need to improve on, because you're going to look over your accounts, and when you see your credit report, it's basically going to let you know what areas you have to improve. You're either going to have a high amount of debt as far as your loans or your car note or whatever you have, or your credit cards. And you're gonna have to pay down those credit card balances. I always tell my subscribers, by the way, you should be subscribed, but I always tell my subscribers that your credit score is basically based on how well you manage the debt that you do have. The debt equals the accounts that you have. So depending on how well you manage those accounts and pay them down and things of that nature, is going to have a big impact on your credit score. So while being in school, I'll be honest with you, while being in school, that's the best time to build up your credit score, because you're still young and more than likely you don't have a lot of negative accounts on your credit report. Now, like I said, there are outliers, and I understand some people come into the game with negative remarks and negative, accounts on their credit report. But even if you are someone in those circumstances, you can still work your way up out of it. However, make sure that you get your credit report and download all three of them. That's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And you're going to start there knowing what's your trouble areas. Once you know your trouble areas, you're going to work towards improving your trouble areas. Like I said, I recommend getting a secure credit card if you don't really have that many lines of credit or that many credit profiles. So you may want to consider that. As I stated, I'm going to tag the video at the end of this video. This is Water Your Soil. I hope you are subscribed. I post videos like this all the time. All my videos, you check them out when you get a chance. This is Water Your Soil. All right, I'm out.